Beautiful souls and minds, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelle and this is Pragmatic Empathy, where I like to use intuition as a tool, as an overall guide and compass to keep us in alignment. Your reality is controlled all within you. What I do in these videos is to help you find alignment in your reality and create and unlock messages. So you're going to be getting opening your third eye and unlocking your intuition every time you watch my videos. So those of you that have been supporting my journey for a long time, thank you. I've been so busy with clients, my Etsy shop, and I barely have time to keep up with YouTube. But those of you that stick around are what keep me going. And if you like any of my videos, please like, comment, or subscribe. This is an energy update based on your astrological sign. So you can tune into your sun, your moon, your rising. You can literally click to any point of this video and there will be a message for you, because you are the master and creator of the messages. So you get to choose what resonates with you, and you get to use your frame of reference to create a message that can cultivate with your reality. So don't take any of these messages to heart. Take them to your mind and allow them to reveal themselves. So thank you for letting me be a beacon of light, for being a tool for you and a guide for you at this time. If you don't know your birth chart, I leave links down below for somewhere you can calculate your birth chart. There's also amazing birth chart readers that you can find more details on your birth chart. This is just a reading that is based off of your astrological sign, because I do very long readings and this is more of a short specific message that's geared towards your astrological sign. Again, you don't even have to know anything about astrology to watch this video. This is just to help give a more specific calculated message, and a shorter message. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Cancers. Right now it is Cancer season, and I would like to say happy birthday to any Cancers. What is an energy update that Spirit has for you right now? What are you healing? What are you unlocking? What are you manifesting right now, Cancer? What does Spirit have to say for you? There's a specific message that wants to come through for you, Cancer. We have the Eight of Pentacles. You've been working really hard. Let me get one more card to see specifically on what you're working towards. Six of Cups. You're working on rekindling your spirit. I feel like there was time that you have spent with other people, with other things in other places, Cancer, and you have now redirected your energy. You've focused on growing in your money, I'm seeing especially, and you're not focused on that. I'm seeing that there's just so much emotional awareness and emotional growth that you're having because you're sparking that inspiration within yourself. And I feel like with the Six of Cups, it's Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So with the Six of Cups in reverse, I'm just feeling like you don't miss your past. Like there's nothing there for you. You're ready to move forward. With that in reverse, Six of Cups is all about like nostalgic energy, and you've released any nostalgic energy and you're like, I'm ready for the future. I'm ready to make that down payment. I'm ready to make that commitment. I'm ready to move forward is what I'm hearing, Cancer. So that's a beautiful thing to have right now, a beautiful place to be. And when I say thing to have, it's that self-reliance, it's that self-confidence that's going to lead you beautiful places. So this is an oracle message from the elements. So let's see what universal element is helping you at this time, Cancer. What message does the universe have for you? This one really stuck out to me. Expansion, North. North node is all about, well, it's actually just North, but in general, the North node is all about your purpose, and you're really discovering your purpose is in your daily living, and you are expanding your mind, expanding your heart, expanding your finances, because you've created that home in your heart and you are expanding it in your reality. What I'm seeing is a compass that turns into more compasses. It's never ending, this journey, and you recognize that this journey is never ending, but it's constantly expanding. You can see it as a constant expansion rather than seeing as what's the point, seeing as why not? Things are going to expand, things are going to grow, things are going to get better. Why am I going to stay stagnant? I'm hearing you have had people in your past, whether it was family members, friends, whatever it was in the past, that wanted to keep you around, and you're just like, no, I want to expand, I want to grow. You're moving on to this new journey. I'm feeling like with this number 1, yes, you are manifesting this new journey, Cancer. And right now, your spirit guides, they're letting you know time to yourself to really cultivate that self-reliance that you have is important. You don't have to do it all for everyone, Cancer. I know that you guys are big givers, and I know you guys have so much unconditional love with all this green to give to everyone, but it's about damn time you give that unconditional love to yourself. Your heart is expanding right now, and is expanding in multitudes. It's expanding in a very high quantity. And what I'm hearing is because you have made yourself the quality. So since you've given yourself the quality of life, you're expanding in quantity. So it kind of goes hand in hand. They say quality over quantity. Well, you can have both, and you got both. You are expanding, Cancer, and you are meant to persevere through those challenges so that you could recognize your self-worth and you can move into this new time of expansion, growth. I'm hearing you're going to be making some big decisions, and you're going to have the abundance to be able to say yes to those decisions because you put in the effort. Thank you for letting me deliver that message, Cancer. We're going to move on to the next water sign. We're going to move on to Pisces. What message do we have from your spirit guides? What do your ancestors want you to know? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this queen in particular is holding her stomach. So I am feeling in general, this is a generalization, that you guys are giving birth to something new. Whether this is an actual child, for some of you that's yes, but for most of you Pisces, I'm seeing that you have taken the responsibility of the world with this 3 of Cups. I'm seeing that you're not celebrating yourself. You're too busy seeing other people celebrate and have fun, and you're wondering, why can't I have that? And I'm seeing this like melancholy, melodramatic energy of having too many responsibilities. So I feel like your balance of give and take right now is a little off scale. I am seeing that you're a very magical and intuitive person. With this bunny rabbit over here, I'm hearing that. But I am with these cards knowing that you're frustrated. You're frustrated because you want to celebrate, but you are seeing all of you're over-analyzing is what I'm hearing. You're analyzing the situation a lot. In Pisces, you are someone who is just down to earth. You will go with the flow. So for you to be analyzing the circumstances around you like this is unusual. And I feel like this energy is just going to pass, but you first need to go through before it passes. So understanding yourself a little more during this time, because there's some realizations that you're having about whether it's the people around you, your workplace, there's some things that maybe you'd like to change. But right now, when you're feeling in this sad energy, is not a great time to make any long-term decisions. So take some time to really think on whatever it is you're thinking, but also take some time to watch a movie, to dance, to go for a walk, to really separate from the thought process and rather just live through this experience. And as you go through this experience, you're going to find more clarity and more peace, and you're going to find more of a reason to celebrate. I'm hearing there's a celebration that's going to come to you as a surprise. This is a message from the Oracle, the Elemental Oracle. So let's see, what element does the universe have to say a message towards you, Pisces? What element is influencing your life right now? We have companionship, animals. So for some of you, that message that I just relayed was about a partner or a companion, someone very, very close to you. They may have different beliefs than you, and you guys may not be seeing eye to eye right now, and it may be very frustrating for you because you have this Frida Kahlo energy, which is very independent, very artistic, creative, strong. And I feel like that is a power, but as much of it is a power, it's also keeping you compromised with your companion. So take the time to listen, because I feel like right now you're doing a lot of mind talking, analyzing. and go out in nature. 21 is all about the world, experiencing the world. We have the bunny rabbit again here. Just the world wants to show you there's a reason to celebrate. They want to show you, yes, you're an independent, strong individual who is strong on their own. But when you bring that creative mind with another creative mind, you guys are both able to create something bigger. And remember that bigger picture that you have. Because right now your spirit guides want to remind you there's a bigger picture. And there's going to be a reason to celebrate. So thank you for letting me deliver that message, Pisces. We're going to move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, what message does the universe have for you? What is going on in your life right now? What does the universe want to give you clarity for? Oh, okay, we got too many cards, but the King of Swords is on the bottom, so I can tell you right now, there's a lot, Page of Swords on the, there's some like confusion going on right there with all that sword energy. So let's see, what message does the universe have for Scorpio? We have the Ace of Wands and we have the Five of Cups. So you are a very unique and inspiring individual with this Ace of Wands. It's all about inspiration, new beginnings, a new creative beginning. So I feel like you are someone who, whether it's the way you dress, whether it's the way you talk, whether it's the way you express yourself, you stand out. You were never meant to fit in the Crayola 64 crayons box. Your color is so unique. It's like it doesn't even exist in the Crayola box. You stand out, and it's a blessing. But I also feel like you feel ostracized, like you feel alone, like you feel incompatible. And it's hard to be so different, if that's what you want to call it. But it's only hard if you make it. You are meant to share your authenticity, your radical authenticity with the world, so that they can understand themselves deeper. This expression you have is because you have self-awareness. So know when you feel your effect on other people, that's because you have that awareness present. And sometimes other people don't have that same awareness that you do, and it can feel like you're being judged. It can feel like you're being put down. But really, it's just a misunderstanding. So whatever has you a little troubled, it's a misunderstanding. You are only getting better at whatever it is that you're doing. So keep on doing it. Don't stop. Whether it's you're into music, you're into dancing, you're into something athletic, you're gaining your skills at work, whether it's something to do with math, whether it's something to do with writing, whatever it is that you're doing, don't doubt yourself, because you're a very creative and talented person. And you're meant to create something bigger for yourself. So these doubts that you have, they're just fears. And you have the awareness to work through them. So don't fear your fears, accept your fears, and work through them with your creative expression, with your radical authenticity, Scorpio. Let's see what element we have affecting. I hear water. I hear a lot of water, a lot of water. Let's see what element we have in this oracle that wants to come through that is affecting your life. What element wants to share itself is passion, the soul, your eyes, your eyes, your eyes. People can see the depth, the world in your eyes. Like, you try not to share your emotions, but your eyes say everything. You have so much soul to your expression. And when people walk around in autopilot all the time, they lose their soul. You know, when people drive and they don't realize how they got to work, they're just there. It's like you didn't see the trees, you didn't smell the breeze, you didn't feel the experience. You feel that. You feel all of that. You recognize the wind or the leaves blow. You recognize when the leaf falls, and you find it beautiful because you recognize it took being present in that moment to feel it, to recognize it. That is soul. So anytime you're doubting yourself, Scorpio, know that you have soul. Don't let the darkness confuse you. That darkness can be transmuted into light. You are meant to shine. You are meant to radiate. We're meant to be your radical, authentic self. So whatever doubts and fears you have, Scorpio baby, let me tell you, you got the Ace of Wands. You got the Ace of Wands. Those doubts, those fears, they were there to show you, to tap into your potential, because you are meant to create something very beautiful. And other people, they may judge you at first for it, but once they see your commitment and they see your authenticity, they're going to respect you. So continue to respect yourself first. Thank you for letting me deliver that message, Scorpio. Moving on to air signs. We're going to move on to Libra. All right, Libra, what are you manifesting? What are you healing during this time? Well, these two flipped out, King of Cups and Two of Swords. So there is a masculine energy that's coming through that was very, very hard on you, whether this was growing up, whether this is a manager, whether this is a friend. And I'm seeing that this person that may have been a little outspoken or outraged is coming through, which is really interesting because it's the King of Cups. He's supposed to be like one of the more gentle kings, but with this Two of Swords, as I'm seeing, this King of Cups isn't seeing the situation clearly. So since this person has like a blindfold around the situation, they're not going to be able to hear or listen to what you're saying. They may be listening, but they're not understanding what you're saying. They're choosing to let their emotions they're choosing their own emotions over logic on the situation. And I know as an empath, as someone with a very big heart, it's important to share our emotions, but we cannot be ruled by our emotions. So with this king, I'm saying he rules right now is his emotions, and he is not making a clear decision at this time, Libra. This person, this involvement, this whether you're trying to engage in something bigger, if you're trying to move to the next level in a certain thing in your life, and there's this person that's kind of just not giving you that answer you want to hear, it's because they aren't able to do it for themselves. So how can they do it for you? So don't let that hesitation cause you to feel not secure or unsure. It's important for you to recognize this person is there as a challenge to overcome, because you are strong enough to be the master ruler of your emotions. So it's important to not let this emotional energy penetrate your energy, to continue working through for what it is you want, and not letting a simple answer as no get in the way of that. Maybe this no is for a better yes. You probably have heard that before, but understanding that this person has not gained the emotional maturity to be on your level right now. So that's just right now. Let me give you a message from the Elemental Oracle and see what element is the universe. What element does the universe have a message for you? What element is affecting your current situation and energy? Okay, we have alchemy magics coming through. So you are someone who maybe you spend a lot of time in business, you spend a lot of time working, you spend a lot of time learning or practicing a specific skill. I'm seeing your hands, possibly with your hands you may make something or create something, and I'm seeing that this other person feels inadequate. So that's why they aren't coming to you with that same energy, because they see that you are making something and they want to kind of like I'm a feeler, so sometimes when I try to express myself I get stuck, and that's okay, because I know spirit comes through and still gets that message through. It's that faith that gets me through. And what I'm seeing is you have that faith in yourself, and this person is trying to shake you up a little, is trying to like get you to be like, you know, I don't know if you got that gesture, but it's important for you to recognize all that alchemy you have in your hands. I'm seeing like a highly intelligent being, so you may have been like really fast at learning, grew like fast, or been on top of your sport, like been really good at sports, whatever it is that you put your mind to, you become the best at it. And this person has seen you do that in everything that you do. And now you're really putting that focus in yourself and investing in yourself is what I'm seeing. So continue to let yourself create alchemy for yourself and don't let anyone interrupt that. So continue to push forward, Libra. I'm seeing you making a lot of executive decisions, and that's because you have alchemy in your hands. Thank you, Libra, for letting me deliver that message. I'm going to move on to Gemini. Gemini, let's see, Gemini. What are you manifesting? What are you healing at this time? Gemini. Gemini, what are you manifesting? What are you healing at this time? What message does the universe have? We have the Four of Cups that literally flipped out, and I'm going to go ahead and pull one more. The Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So I'm seeing a lot of people look up to you. I'm seeing with this Four of Cups is you are that person in the background, and that person that's sad is the people around you. I'm seeing like you are that uplifting person, you are that person, that hype person. You know how to really put a smile on people's faces. With this Four of Cups, it's letting me know that you are the person that sees the glass half full, and there may be people around you that you're trying to fill their cups and trying to really help them. Because what I'm seeing is this Three of Pentacles, which is all about promotions and going and growing in work and collaborating and people recognizing your potential. So what I'm seeing is this uplifting spirit that you have, this nature that you have of abundance that you share with the world around you. This it's effortless, is really helping you grow in your career. I'm seeing people are really recognizing your talents, and people are really noticing your reliability, and they're seeing that, you know, sometimes people think there's this stigma if you're like a spiritual, or if you're a happy person, or you meditate, you do yoga, it's something that's a mask. And I feel like people are realizing, no, you don't wear a mask. This is who you are, and you are unafraid of showing yourself with the world, of sharing your emotions in a very methodical way. I feel like there's a lot of maturity in the way you express yourself at work, but you're still able to really get to people's hearts and really get to people's like soul, and people really feel connected with you. That's a beautiful thing to have, and that's a beautiful place to be. Let's see what element is affecting your life right now, Gemini. Because you love to uplift others, I want to see what the universe has to say about you right now. Your energy, you have so much to give is what I'm hearing. Grow plants. That's because you've been nourishing your garden. You've been taking care of your garden. 19 is the sun. 19 is yes. So the universe is letting you know you are going to move mountains, whether you're going to move far, whether you're going to reach a very big goal that you've had for yourself is what I'm seeing. That's because you don't give up. You literally keep on going. You are like that Energizer bunny, and people love that about you. So continue to share that growth that you have with yourself, with the universe, because you're going to be highly rewarded, Gemini. I'm going to keep it at that. That was simple and clear. We're going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, my other air sign. Aquarius, what message does the universe have for you right now, Aquarius? Aquarius, what message does the universe have for you at this time? Aquarius. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit. So I'm seeing that maybe you've been going on a lot of outings, vacations, spending a lot of time out, spending a lot of time away from home is what I'm seeing with this Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit in reverse. It's letting me know that it's time to seek some time alone. And with her expression, it's letting me know that there are some circumstances around that she is not satisfied with. And I think it's because you can resonate or you might not. There may be some things at home that may need to be taken care of, that require a little bit more attention. Some of your plants may need a little more water. And if you're someone who spends a lot of time at home and maybe your plants are being overwatered, you're being asked to step out of that comfort zone and really take time to step out. But for most of you, what I'm feeling is you're being asked to take time to recollect yourself, because you've been on this adventure lately, this adventure that is fun, but you're recognizing with this Queen of Pentacles, you want something more than fun. You want something that feels secure. And the only person that can give that to you is yourself. So this self-discovery that you're going through right now is profound and meaningful. And you're being asked to really take the time to discover more about yourself. And that's taking the time to be with yourself. So let's see what message we have from the Elemental Oracle and see what element is currently affecting your reality. We have life, breath. Yes, I feel like you haven't had a moment to breathe to yourself. And the universe wants you to take that time in your life to breathe, whether it's 20 minutes a day. You can try to wake up 20 minutes earlier to get that 20 minutes to yourself. Because it's really frustrating when you try to get that 20 minutes to yourself during a certain hour of the day and you just can't. You just can't because there's too much to do. There's other people home. There's certain things involved. So I'm feeling like you just feel a little constrained, and that's because you need time to breathe. Meditation, yoga, anything that practices breath work will really help you find some tranquility, because I do see that there was a lot going on, and it's time to really nourish your heart, nourish what makes you happy, right? These external circumstances, you're not being ungrateful for wanting more. You're just saying, I want more. I want something that's more fulfilling for my heart. In Aquarius, that's where you needed to be right now so that your life can expand in this direction of something new. 27 again adds to 9. So I'm just seeing this discovery that you're having is really opening your heart. And this discovery that you're happening of your heart opening is going to make something develop deeper in your life. Whether you're someone who didn't want a family, maybe now you want a family. If you're someone who didn't want a stable career or climb a career ladder, maybe you want to climb a career ladder now. There's something that's changing inside of you, Aquarius, and it's okay. You're not meant to be the person you were yesterday, and nor can we be who we are today tomorrow. So no, you are growing, and you're going to recognize all that you've grown when you take the time to stop and breathe. Thanks for letting me deliver that message. So, let's see, what are you manifesting? What are you feeling? What's an energy update that Spirit has for you at this time? What message do we have for Leo? The Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So you are reconnecting with your inner child. There also could be someone from your childhood that you're reconnecting with, someone from your past that you're reconnecting with, or if you're in a relationship, you're re-sparking your connection. Like there's this nostalgic energy that you guys had, and you guys are reigniting your spirit for each other. So maybe going through another honeymoon phase. For those of you that are single, there may be a new unexpected person from your past that wants to make an appearance. And the last general one is just you are connecting to your inner child. You are opening up yourself to this new love for yourself. You're making peace with your past, and you are taking a part of her or him to your future. And you are really coming from a heart center. So I'm seeing there's this new beginning that's happening because you are coming from a centered place of love. And before, maybe there was some love in your life that was imbalanced. It didn't feel centered. And what I'm hearing, Leo, is you've made the time to come into alignment with your heart. And this is going to create new opportunities. So let's see a message from the Elemental Oracle. What message do we have for Leo? What element is currently affecting their reality? All right, we got one card. Atoms, building. So you're really building the connection you have with yourself. And this building that you are creating took time to have that stable foundation. And I feel like you are connecting synapses, connecting certain optic nerves and some things in your mind. Your cortex is is evolving. And that's because you are taking the time to do that inner reflection. And what I'm hearing is that self-awareness, that self-growth is cultivating in the people around you. So you are energetically upgrading right now, Leo. So you may feel certain things like headaches, or that could be because you're dehydrated. Just drink some water. But in general, you may be feeling certain things that happen unusually to yourself, whether it's having more sensitivity towards your skin, towards what you drink, towards what you eat. That's because you're physically upgrading right now, and you are trying to bring up the people that you love with you, and that is beautiful, and that is a beautiful place to be. So continue to upgrade and enjoy the experience, because you are building something beautiful, Leo. We're gonna move on to Aries. Let's see, Aries. Aries, what message does the universe, does your spirit guides have for you? Aries, what are you currently manifesting? What are you healing? We have the World coming through. The World just flipped right up, and we have the Four of Swords on top. So you're not seeing it, but you have the world at your hands. Your charisma, your spirit, when you are at your highest self, when you feel connected to your highest self, your energy is so contagious that you can literally reshape the world, because you have that sort of energy. You can get anybody to like debate with you. Like if they were on a certain side, they're going to switch to your side, because you have that character that people just can't say no. Sorry, Aries, my battery overheated as I was saying. You have that type of personality that people just can't say no to. That way, the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you do it in such a way that people have to listen to you. Like, did you see what I just did right now? Because I was not talking like that the entire video. That's your presence. Your presence just claims recognition, and it's not like you need validation, but at this time you're feeling like nobody is recognizing your talents, your skills, but people see you in a better light than you do, because right now you feel tired, okay, with this Four of Swords. You feel a little drained, and what I'm seeing is you feel like just stopping. You're like, this is kind of like the best it gets. I don't really like think it gets better. Like, that's the ego talking, that inner critic I'm hearing. And it's like, yeah, things do get better. Things do get a lot better. I'm getting goosebumps. Your angels, your ancestors, your guides are letting you know whatever it is you're dreaming about, whatever nightmares and fears you're having, those are like worst case scenarios. Can you try to think about the best case scenario? Hello. Hi. It's your ancestors, your guides. They want to let you know to think more positively. They want to let you know to uplift yourself just like you're willing to uplift others. It hurts to see you so apathetic. That energy of giving up, it's gonna get a little bit emotional. You weren't able to be the person you wanted to be growing up. Nobody was, but you especially. There was something about your character that you dimmed. The world is ready for your light. Share it. Whatever it was that you were hiding from the universe is ready for it. The world is ready for you. So bring yourself to the table. You don't have to be the best dressed. You don't have to be the best at anything. Bring yourself to the table. And you're going to recognize. You're like, wow, I'm like the best dressed person here and I didn't even try. No, you're going to be confident. You're going to realize, wow, I would not want to wear what she's wearing, but I love it. I love that dress on her, but wow, I love me. I love me and what I do. And when you get back in that energy, you're not going to put other people down. You're going to really put yourself up, bring yourself up, and you're going to bring up the people around you as well, is what I'm hearing, because you're being yourself. And when you're not being yourself, kind of like other people feel that as well. They feel like, oh, something's wrong. And then they start to think something's wrong with themselves, when really it's just you accidentally projecting it. And it's all of us who do it. You know, this is just a message that Spirit wanted to come through because they feel you're down and they want to let you know that your energy is so magnetic and so contagious. And it's not your responsibility for how other people feel, but recognize the way you're feeling is temporary, and you are so skilled, so talented, so strong. And you have a beautiful sense of humor. I think that's why I'm able to share that side of myself with you. And I think that, you know, sometimes it may be a little harsh of a sense of humor, or a satire, a sarcastic sense of humor, but I think that's something that people really actually admire about you, so you don't have to hide it. Let's see what element the universe has to share with you right now. What element is affecting you? What element wants to send you a message? Aries, what message do we have for Aries? This one. We have building atoms. This literally came out for the last one. So we're going to pull another one with you. Bravery oceans. It took a lot of courage for you to finally share certain aspects of yourself with the world. And you genetically are unique. You are not meant to be like anyone else. And you are not flawed. Nobody is perfect. Nobody's genetic code is perfect. And there's a story that wants to come through. I went to get my nails done a couple days ago, and there was a client that came in, and he was paralyzed from his arm. And what I'm trying to get at is every day we don't realize how we take the littlest things for granted. And not all heroes wear capes. You know, this was his happy time, his happy place, going to the nail salon and getting his just regular maintenance done on his hands. And it's important for us to recognize that, yes, there are certain setbacks that we have as humans, but it takes bravery and courage to step out and say, yeah, I'm not perfect, but this is who I am. Accept me or don't, I accept me. So remember, whatever it is you're feeling like you're just not perfect or you're just not good enough, know that whatever it is you're building, and it takes bravery to do that. So Aries, remember, remember who you are. You are that authoritative person that commands energy when you walk, when you talk. That is something that you're natural at. So remember, when you're having any of those doubts, remember that you have a very powerful voice, and it's important for you to use it. People need to hear your perspective. It is beautiful. Thank you, Aries, for letting me deliver that message. We're going to move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what are you healing? What are you manifesting? What are you transforming at this time? Sagittarius, what message does Spirit have for you? What are you healing? What are you manifesting at this time? 5 of Swords and the Moon. So there's conflict on your mind with the 5 of Swords, but that's going to change because you're going to stop listening to so many of others kind of tell you what to do. You're going to start listening to your internal guide rather than the external world. Because with the moon is letting me know you're tapping into your intuition, you're tapping into that inner guide, and this is going to help you resolve any conflicts, because I feel like you were trying to avoid, okay, there's 2 people in the background kind of looking away, avoid certain situations. And it's important for you, rather than avoid, just accept and move past certain situations so that clarity can be felt on either side of situations. And the energy of the Lobster has been coming through. Apparently in the UK they banned boiling lobsters because they're sentient beings. They haven't done that in the US yet. It is a controversial topic to bring up, but as a Sagittarius, I know that you are able to use that powerful philosophical mind that you have. You're very well versed and able to really see through situations because you are Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of not only expansion but mystery. So I feel like you're able to constantly go through contractions with this 5 of Swords, bringing up Jupiter. go through these contractions in order to expand. And if you stay in this contraction energy, you will not be able to expand like the moon. Back to the lobster story, why I wanted to bring that up, or why Spirit kind of brought that through, is because the world is changing and we can't avoid certain facts is what's coming through. And there are certain approaches that we can take, and everyone and every person has their own approach. So what I'm seeing is, rather than trying to fight other people's approaches, I'm seeing you're kind of, or resist, I'm seeing you're kind of just going through your own motion to really seek, to really find, to really embrace clarity. Rather than find, seek, go, no. You're embracing it. Because before, I feel like you kind of fought your thoughts, and now you're kind of listening. You're practicing listening to that inner guide. And this is really going to unlock your third eye chakra, your intuition. You're going to be receiving more synchronicities and really seeing the universe in a more delicate way. And that's because you are opening your third eye chakra, because you've experienced these certain conflicts, these certain dynamics in your life. They have really opened your third eye without realizing it, is what I'm hearing. So now you're kind of like embracing your clarity, you're embracing your intuition, versus before it was kind of just felt like more of an interruption. I'm seeing that you're kind of more of seeing it as a part of you that you're able to access. It's almost like a privilege to have such a strong third eye. But before you may have felt like it was something that was more confusing than anything. So I'm seeing just a lot of clarity is happening for you. Let's see what element we have. Light, sun, 6. So yeah, we had the moon and the sun coming through. So you're really balancing your divine feminine and divine masculine aspects, your yin and your yang. You are balancing it. You are able to find the light in the darkness. You are understanding transmutation of energy, and you, rather than absorbing people's combative nature, you are going to start embracing their peace. And when you access that, that is also a privilege for someone to give you that clarity and to share that clarity with you, is what I'm seeing, is kind of like how you're doing with yourself. When you, rather than suppress your divine feminine, which is that loving, caring, unconditional nature of peace, and masculine is also it's a necessary energy, and it's more of the methodical, the thought process, the physical, the tangible, and that's also peace, but it's a different form of peace. And I'm seeing that you focused a lot on your tangible reality. Now you're really going deep into your subconscious, unconscious reality, because for a while I feel like there was things going on there that you weren't able to access because there was this combative energy. And now that you're kind of like surrendering to yourself, you're able to access both sides of things and find a neutral position, and that's a beautiful place to be. So during this time, allow yourself to see both sides of situations, and remember, you get to choose whether you want to stay in the middle. All right, Sagittarius, thank you for letting me deliver that message. We are going to move on to, last but not least, earth signs. So we're going to start with one. Let's see, what message does the universe have for you? What message does your spirit guides have for you, Capricorn? Capricorn, Justice and Page of Swords. So what I am seeing is you are really handling your business. You're really taking care of your finances. You're really taking care of settlements that need to be taken care of. I feel like you are taking ownership in charge of what needs to be handled. And with Justice and the Page of Swords coming through, I'm seeing you might be like a mediator for a lot of people. There might be a particular person, child, or younger spirit with that Page of Swords energy that comes to you for counsel. and Capricorn, you are being reminded that yes, it's important for this person to figure things out on their own, but it's okay for you to give them a little nudge. Sometimes I feel like you're more, Capricorns in general are more of like a, you can do it all on your own type of person. I don't need anyone else. I mean, if I start a business, I can manage it. I can be the production person. I can be the social media person. Like, you're like, I can do it all when you have that Capricorn energy. And what you're being asked to right now at this time is to share your skills with the world. I'm seeing like you may be even a teacher or some sort of guide for others, and Spirit is letting you know you're really helping people mature, people grow. With the Page of Swords energy, it's a very tenacious spirit. It's like those it's like a, I wish I could give a reference of like nobody's gonna know Lizzie McGuire. It reminds me of Lizzie McGuire, but okay, let me see. It was like a Page of Swords energy. Okay, Raya, Luca, any of those new Disney movies, it's like the children like go off away from their parents, they run away from home. Like, I was automatically thinking Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone, but I didn't want to use that reference. But yeah, so Page of Swords are like the runaways. They're like the ones that I know better than my parents. I know better than anyone else, and I can do it all on my own. But that I can do it all on my own energy becomes like a self-sabotage energy. So it's important for you to, yes, lead by example, but also share your skills with others, because some people don't catch on that fast. So you can lead by example, but they're not going to catch on. So you really need to, I'm not need to, but like if you want someone to learn from you, really set steps out for them, set goals for them, set intentions for them. You're not manipulating the situation, you're helping the situation. I feel like we're so hesitant on helping others because we don't want to influence their reality. But if you are influencing their reality for the better, then know that there's purpose in that. And I'm seeing you bring a lot of purpose to others because you have that purpose in yourself, Capricorn. There's a deep message that wanted to come through, but there's another message that wants to go with it. And this is the Elemental Oracle. What element is affecting your life? What element wants to come through? We have Adventure South. So yes, you do a lot of helping for others. The universe, your guides want to remind you to take some time to go on an adventure, to really get to know your unconscious self more. Because I feel like you know your subconscious, you know your conscious, but that unconscious comes through when you are allowing your inner child to be expressed. And that means having a little bit of fun again, because you are so mature and you are so resolute in your character that Spirit wants to remind you to have a little bit of fun, to relax a little, whether it's going to the beach or going on an adventure, going to the mountains, or going on a deep space adventure, like watching some space movies and getting lost in a Marvel movie, getting lost in something that doesn't require your thought is what is coming through. You are ready for that next adventure. 2 is the High Priestess. So yes, you have that High Priestess energy. Your spirit guides, they want to let you know that you carry that with you wherever you go. So it's okay to take time to lighten your load. Thank you for letting me deliver that message, Capricorn. We're going to move on to Taurus and Virgo. So we're going to do Taurus first. Taurus, what message do we have for Taurus? What do your spirit guides want to let you know? What are you feeling? What are you manifesting? What's going through your mind right now, Taurus? We have the 10 of Wands. There's some heavy weight on your shoulders. And the Hierophant. The Hierophant literally represents Taurus. So that's the sign it represents. So it's coming through very strong. This is your message, Taurus. You are going through an ending and going through this transformation so that you can become not only wiser but also develop your skills better. I feel like maybe before you weren't ready for a certain situation, maybe you were too immature, or it wasn't there was something that you had to wait for. And this wasn't something you were intentionally waiting for, but this is something that you have waited for a long time. And what I'm seeing is with this Ten of Wands, it's been holding you. It's been holding you back. This has been on your mind. So whether this is a career change, whether this is reaching for a certain goal, developing a specific skill, you're being told to reach for it. You're being asked to take the time to do the work and take the time to listen to the lessons, because you're going to become that Hierophant energy. You're going to become that knowledgeable, reliable person that you naturally are, but it took evolving, it took releasing in order to get there. So there's certain aspects happening around you that have pushed you to transform, and that's because you needed to get to this place of understanding. And this understanding that you're having is bringing you to a new beginning. So let's see what element we have that is affecting your life right now. What element is affecting your life right now? Taurus. We have the number 13, solitariness and desert. So there was some time alone that you needed. Both of these people are alone. And in this card, this person is swinging alone. So what I am seeing is maybe you haven't had a lot of time to yourself in the past, and you finally were able to go through this transformation, and it gave you a lot of time to think on your own, because before there was so much. I'm seeing birds and other people chiming in, and you couldn't really find that understanding because you didn't have that time alone. So what I'm seeing is it's time to take those steps. There's steps in the desert, and it may feel like you are so far from the destination you want to get to, but what I am seeing with that Ten of Wands is you are so close to getting there. So take the time to make the effort, Taurus. You are almost there. Thank you for letting me deliver that message. The last but not least is we have Virgo. Let's see, Virgo. What message do your spirit guides have for you? What are you healing? What are you manifesting, Virgo? Virgo, what are you healing? What are you manifesting? What message do your spirit guides have for you? What are you manifesting? What are you healing, Virgo? We have the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. So there's some like defensive energy going on right here. I'm seeing that you like your time alone, Virgo, and circumstances around you made you feel unable to express yourself. With this Page of Swords, I'm feeling like your throat chakra was a little quiet lately, and that's because you were avoiding certain conflicts and situations, and that made you feel more reserved. In Virgos, you guys go into that reserved mode when you don't feel like you're able to express yourself. And it's important for you to cultivate a reality, an environment around you through expression. And if you can't express yourself, you're not going to be able to connect with your environment. So what Spirit is asking you is to release those expectations you have from your environment and start expecting more from yourself. You are the master creator of your universe. So those battles are almost just internal conflicts that you're having with yourself. I feel like nobody's against you, and it's kind of just all in your head. If there is someone that is around you that is putting you down, definitely walk away rather than speak up. But if you are just kind of thinking someone doesn't like you and you've never even heard them say that, then you're kind of assuming. And you know what they say about assuming. And it's important for you to recognize that you are highly intelligent and skilled. You are a service person. You love to serve the world and the universe. And not everybody has that same intention. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means that they have different intentions. And It's important for you not to let anybody else's intentions interrupt your pure spirit, because you are someone who's highly intelligent. You can really not only feel other people's emotions, you can like hear other people's monologue or dialogue with them. So you start to dialogue with these things, and it's like, are you really having a dialogue with them, or are you like having a dialogue with your subconscious and arguing with your inner critic rather than listening to your inner guide, is what wants to come through. So it's important for you at this time to recognize whatever conflicts are around you, they are dissipating, because energy goes where attention grows where energy flows. So when you put your energy away from the conflict, you're going to realize it was never really there. Let's see what element we have for you, Virgo, at this time. What element is affecting you? What element wants to come through for Virgo? We have 3. You're the only sign that got 3 cards. And because you're the last sign, we're going to listen to them. We have pressure, transformation. Number 26. We have number 29, creation, water. And we have number 8, ignition, fire. So we have a water, fire, and pressure. And the last 2 cards were Page of Swords and 5 of Wands. So there's been a lot of pressure in the environment around you. It's made you feel a little scattered because there's so much pressure to reach certain expectations, and the universe wants to remind you these expectations you are creating. So stop expecting and start producing. You are a creator, okay? This card is creation, water. You are abundant. Take some time to cleanse yourself when you're taking a shower, to really claim your energy as your own, and remember that no one is creating your reality but yourself. So if you're ever doubting yourself, it's because you need more time with yourself. So continue to recognize that creation is something that comes from within, and you are going to feel ignited, Virgo. This had to happen the way it did. This happened the way it did because you needed to feel reignited. There's an ignition happening inside of you. There's this fire that needed to be released because it was suppressed for so long. You just want to let it out. And it's important to recognize that when climbing a mountain, when doing any form of movement, because when you are in this state, you are in a state of movement, it's important not to rush or not to run or not to deplete your energy so fast. It's important for you to balance and to take it step by step. And sometimes the steps we take are slow, and that's okay. It's important for you to know that the best things that are created take time and effort. And that conflict that you feel was there was just in your head. You need the time for yourself so that you can really see that you are creating something bigger than you think. So those doubts that you have of needing to be somewhere because of the pressure around you, recognize that's what you needed as self-motivation, so that you can have that self-discipline to create whatever it is that your heart desires, that fuels your fire, that fuels your soul. So continue to fuel your soul through your actions, through whatever it is you're creating, Virgo. Thank you for letting me deliver that message, and take care.